everybody, I'm Miss Allison from the Wilson County Public Library, and I'm going to do a couple of STEAM programs with you today. We're going to make a homemade Play-Doh and a simple salt dough using household ingredients. We're going to use the S in science, the A in art, and the M in math from STEAM for these activities. Just so you know, adult supervision is required for this, as we'll be on the stovetop for about 5 minutes. But it's a great opportunity for kids to practice their measuring skills before the heating. Have you ever made Play-Doh at home before? If not, you're in for a treat. It is super soft. To me, it feels better than what you can buy at the store. You can choose your own colors. And if you play with it right after it's made, the warmth just feels fantastic for adults and kids. Let's get started. So here's where the science comes in. As you can see, we are stirring and stirring, incorporating all the ingredients. And we have a liquid at first, right? But because there's a transfer of energy from the stove to our clay, we are going to be creating a solid. It's getting thicker there. This process is called solidification. So as we're stirring, you can still see some areas that are glossy and sort of more liquid than solid. Just keep stirring and stirring until all the play clay looks pretty dry. We're just about there. So at this point, it's really, really hot. And as you take it out of the pot and put it on the floured surface, make sure that the adult handles the clay at this point for the first couple of minutes of kneading, because it might be really hot. But after you've kneaded it for a few moments and you notice the temperature coming down, it might be a fun thing for the kids to have a turn kneading the clay, because the warmth really feels good on your hands. So we're just going to knead until we've gotten some flour from the countertop incorporated into your dough, and it's no longer sticky to the touch. You'll know it. It'll feel right, and much like the Play-Doh that you buy at the store. So now comes to the most fun part of all. This is when we get to use the A or the art in STEAM. You get to use your imagination to create and have fun. What will you make with play clay? You can add scents to your homemade play clay too. I used to add cinnamon to orange play clay in the fall, and my children and students loved it. If you add a powdered spice like cinnamon, simply knead it in after it's been cooked on the stove. You could also add a drop or two of essential oil to the mixture before it's cooked. Have fun with it. I do hope you'll try this recipe for homemade Play-Doh with your family and have half as much fun as I've always had with my own children and students throughout the years with this Play-Doh. It was originally taken from a book titled Feed Me, I'm Yours by Vicki Lansky. Salt dough is a great dough to make if you want to make something that you could keep. After the dough is made and you've created something wonderful, just be sure to let it dry for a few days before you paint it in some way, or you can bake it in a slow oven for about an hour, and the instructions for that are at the end of this video. Once it's dried or you've baked it and then you've painted it, just be sure to either spray it with some sort of finish or thinned Mod Podge or thinned out glue.